Vince, no, non sto sbattendo la testa sul microfono che praticamente dovevo fare delle cose, cioè mi stavo preparando, quindi mi smutavo, poi vedevo che c'era qualcosa che non andavo e quindi mi mutavo di nuovo e questo è... Ok, allora... No, che cazzo no! Ok, perfetto. Mi si era resettata la chat. Questi caricamenti sempre più lunghi. Vabbè. Allora, cos'è qua? Indossa gli abiti, ok, che ci... per la serata. Qui c'è tipo una serata, ok. Quindi mi devo cambiare sti capelli perché sono orribili. Qual è l'uscita questa? Sì. What? Dove sta? Ah, eccolo. No, io ho iniziato la live a quest'ora proprio perché prima faceva troppo caldo, altrimenti l'avrei alle 9 già stavo qua vicino a fare la live. Devo riparare l'armatura qui. Oh, che il cazzo.
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Contratto per Witcher. LOL, anche il disegnino hanno fatto. Allora. Cerco di fare più missioni possibili oggi, così almeno mi porto avanti. Però mi sa che qui devo aspettare che si fa giorno, vuoi vedere? No, aspetta, dove sta? What? Perché questa cosa?
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Ma in che senso in ritardo? Ma io non dovevo cambiarmi gli abiti, scusami. Ho sbagliato strada? No, raga, ho sbagliato strada, che cogliona. Cristo santo, ma
Oh,
perché?
Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor. Whatever are you wearing?
Sorry, didn't have time to change.
No, ma
Luckily,
dai,
I
ricarica,
prepared
devo
for just such an
ricaricare?
eventuality.
Lo faccio,
Here, don this doublet.
Aspetta, tieni
Its cut is all
No, vabbè, mi ha
French.
dato i vestiti, però i capelli sono sempre di merda. Vabbè, volevo cambiargli i capelli. Quanto fa
Not all
schifo,
bad.
mamma mia, povera
Nothing bad
Vera.
about being an artist, of course, but just one other detail.
Un dettaglio, vabbè, la
A
maschera.
mask.
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Any idea why they
No,
wear
vabbè,
masks?
il vestito gliel'ha
Likely
dato,
because they imagine
altrimenti
it's
ricaricavo,
some very
seriamente.
romantic and mysterious.
Mi dispiace solo per i
The truth is
capelli.
far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Io ho fatto sto taglio qua pensando che erano leggermente più lunghi, ma mi sbagliavo.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Questa missione secondo me sarà solo parlare, parlare,
How do we
parlare.
find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Bellont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has
Già si è
suffered.
esibita.
Shame. You would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Ah, posso anche partecipare alla serata. Eh sì, dai. Facciamo un po' di cose.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Aspetta, dove? Qui? Con chi devo parlare? Con lui? No, questo è un ubriaco, no. Ah, con lui, ok. No, che cazzo. Ma non sto capendo un cavolo di niente. Allora. Ah, devo prendere i diversi colori. Allora, questo qua è di colore. Elimina pittura, what the fuck. Ok. Ah, posso anche combinare i colori. No, serio. Quindi se io faccio questo più questo. Con la vernice viola e la vernice gialla adesso. Io non so disegnare, raga. Non so per niente disegnare. Non so cosa sto facendo. Non posso prendere altre cose, no? Aspetta, forse devo... Ah, però una volta eliminata non la posso più prendere, giusto? E infatti... E quindi ho fatto una cazzata. Ho fatto una cazzata. Vabbè, raga, fate finta che sia qualcosa di artistico, non so. Fate finta che sia qualcosa di artistico, vi prego. Perdonate la mia... Non so cosa sto facendo, raga, vi giuro. Non ha senso tutto questo. Non ha per niente senso tutto questo. Prova a mischiare i colori. Ho provato, non vanno. Ah, dici fare così? No, ma secondo me metto uno sopra l'altro. Che merda, raga, che cazzo è? Il dualismo dello spirito. Ma che cazzo sto dicendo questo? Il bene contro il male. A saperlo facevo, non so, qualcosa di più artistico per davvero. Allora, partecipa alla serata.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Nel frattempo devo trovare anche la tizia, però. Questo che sta facendo? Non posso parlare con questo tizio, no? Se devo parlare con lui? No. Con chi devo parlare? Aspetta, è uscito posso interagire? Ok, tira, cosa tira? Ah, ok, no, vabbè, ma che cavolo. Che trash. Facciamo le altre attività, no? È trash ma allo stesso tempo... Allo stesso tempo è divertente. Ah. Ok. Ora.
That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Là c'è un foglio.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
Ah, è un testo teatrale.
Tensions. I was prepared for...
Do you know my favorite? Look, lanterns. They say the listening brings good luck.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Ok, sono finite le attività. Ma devo cercare il tizio. Qui dentro già ci sono entrata prima. Forse sta qua? Oh.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm
Questa
silly.
parte la devo...
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
No, censurare, però
As
devo
she
ricordare su
concluded her
YouTube di
performance,
mettere
Cecilia
la
tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it.
la cosa
But
lì.
I did see the nobleman.
Really
L'opzione.
like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Vabbè, non è lei, devo cercare ancora allora. Oh, ah, c'era qualcosa.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flickering across the firmament of my life. Sneaky refuse.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat it, of course.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
Looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Ok, devo seguire.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
He'll definitely.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
Ma non posso usare il segno su di
Recognize
lui.
that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
It must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
No, aspetta. Ah, qui?
That must be Cecilia.
Oddio.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Tore down the door. Bloody handprint. Platform. Clever. It's his. Must be pretty strong, too.
Beh, sì, è passato per di qua perché la porta è... Perché non salta? Ok.
Must have climbed this ladder.
Questo.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Ma senza spada dove... Come faccio ad affrontarlo? Macchie di sangue.
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links at a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Aspetta. Ah no. Qui c'è qualcosa.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it, hard, then sank to the floor.
Oh, qui c'è qualcos'altro.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Ma chi, Geralt o la tizia?
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my
Sì,
guess.
sono orrendi.
Picked it
Sono
up while
orrendi.
searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever
Mi pento di aver fatto questo taglio di capelli su di lui.
Many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
Me lo immaginavo leggermente diverso. Un pochettino più lungo e non così scalato, diciamo. Cioè tipo dritto, no, capito?
The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Probabile, sì.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions.
Però secondo me manco con la barba lunga stava bene, cioè lì è proprio sbagliato il taglio di capelli, cioè proprio il modello. Non so gli sviluppatori cosa stavano pensando in quel momento. Non ne ho la più pallida idea.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because
questa missione qui è... cioè questo DLC è molto parlato.
Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children.
Ma perché forse più che altro perché in inglese, quindi devi leggere per forza. Forse in italiano era più godibile, credo.
That he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed
cioè almeno ce l'avevi in sottofondo e GG. Qua invece se non sei bravissimo in inglese devi per forza leggere come sto facendo io. Ah, proprio il modo di parlare.
A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Sarà forse l'accento, boh.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At the time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
Allora, qualsiasi cosa abbia fatto, non voglio che sia torto un capello.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Ma gli cambi i capelli,
Regis,
tranquillo.
What a surprise!
Oh.
I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
Ma infatti lui non doveva
My very
aspettare.
dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the witch's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid.
Ma il vampiro con i capelli neri quanto è affascinante, raga,
So I
aiuto.
invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for
Sì,
ages.
no, tranquillo, Vince. Vai tra.
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
No, il basettone, l'altro a fianco, quello con i capelli neri,
Geralt has many
cioè...
merits. He merely hides them. Very diligent.
Io morta.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract.
C'ha un fascino
It involves the
esagerato.
beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill
Non
or
parla il tizio?
Despite what you might have heard, I
Ho
don't
parlato,
dodge
ma
any
non me ne sono
monster I see
accorto.
sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word.
Mm.
What might the monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Che cazzo no, bla bla. Magari... Ma che cazzo no, non lo so. Non lo so. Che cosa ha detto? Non ho seguito il discorso, mi ero distratta. Mi ero distratta a
Must be
guardarlo.
why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time
Forse
there
è
as a
più
child.
come vestito
It was wonderful.
che
I
proprio
was
di
positively
volto.
entranced by the land's fashions. Deep cut dresses
Cioè è
I
più
found
il modo
most
come è
fascinating.
vestito che mi
I
piace.
believe we're running short on wine. I
GG,
should go to
cioè.
the cellar, bring
Ci
another
sta,
bottle.
ci sta.
Let me go. While I help Regis, know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
Dici?
We shall return forthwith.
Dici, Dani. Dani. Scusa. Vince, ti sei già spoilerato il finale. Non ce l'hai fatta più, ho detto no, basta.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Ah, deduci.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful
Speriamo di
little
no,
bird
allora.
does.
Speriamo di no.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntime Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract two women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing
Anche la
man, to say
tizia ha
the
detto
least.
che è affascinante, concordo con lei.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
No,
Neither did
secondo
I.
me Geralt
But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll.
non va a
I
letto
wish to
con
make
questa
certain
qua.
you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix.
Secondo me non
non
ci sarà
Captain de la Tour and his men will
nessun
await you there at
inciucio,
midnight.
diciamo.
You shall storm the castle together.
Forse in questo DLC non ci saranno romance, come nel precedente. Ok,
Send the whip, await those running riot.
devo vedere una cosa. Livello 49. Sì, ma io le devo posare ste cose, a parte che peso 230. Vabbè, devo vedere una cosa. Allora, praticamente devo andare qua. Dov'era? Ecco qua, io devo andare un attimo qui e cambiare, cioè no, cambiare, posare tutte le cose. No, non lo conosco. Non so la storia, però mi dà l'impressione che comunque la tizia non è che ci prova con lui. E lo stesso anche Geralt, devo essere sincera, quindi, cioè non mi dà questa impressione di io che ci provo con te, capito? Anche perché comunque lei è una nobile. Quindi non penso che lei ci prova con Geralt. Cioè, se io fossi una nobile ci proverei solo con i nobili. Di certo non andrei a prendermi diciamo il Witcher o comunque un cavaliere diciamo di corte.
Scrub off. You'll soon meet the coffee.
Ok, adesso andiamo a fare la missione, penso che non ho missioni secondarie. Ah no, aspettate, no! Ah! No, vabbè, faccio il viaggio veloce, sti cazzi. Faccio il viaggio veloce. È passata una settimana, non so su quale base. Dicono che sia passata una settimana, però vabbè, è passata una settimana.
Master Witcher!
What is it?
Got your coin, sir. And a wee gift to thank you for the trust.
Magari anche questo, sì. Anche questa la causa.
Thanks, Cianfanelli. We'll call it even.
One last thing. I'd like to apologize for the whole mingin kerfuffle.
Cioè, questo mi ha fatto aspettare una settimana per 500 corone. Ma tu guarda, ma tu guarda. Aspetta, Ah, dopo la mezzanotte dice, sì, vabbè, andiamo a fare un viaggetto rapido e poi facciamo la meditazione lì. No, vabbè, cioè finire il gioco a livello 49, non al 50.
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
Sì,
See, you
andiamo.
already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have two objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the man who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them we know very little.
Cintrian's men, gotta be. Ran into a few in town. They tried to kill me. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
Ma la signora che urlava 1, 2, 3 pronti? O no, adesso arrivo. No, non me la ricordo sta signora. Sto cercando di fare mente locale, ma l'ho rimosso completamente dalla... Ma sempre su The Witcher? Ma io, boh, non me la ricordo. Non me la ricordo.
So it begins.
Ah, sì?
Quick,
No,
grab
vabbè.
Roderick's horses and we bolt. Do not bolt far if the boys up front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Oh, Cristo
How
santo.
long you gonna make me wait?
Iniziamo qua. Aspetta, aspettate un attimo, devo mettere... Ah, ma io non ho lo scudo. Ok.
Roderick sent him to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
Non ho capito quello che ha detto.
I see no ducals along the road.
They must not be guarding it.
Roderick was right. We can flee.
Ma devo
We'll
attaccarli da
manage.
dietro oppure devo farmi i cavoli miei?
Load those crates on the wagon.
No, non si fa.
Bloody thoughts, what was that?
Secondo me ho fatto bene ad attaccarli adesso, tanto comunque poi... Con un colpo solo li ho ucciso entrambi.
Someone's here. They've breached the back wall. Come on, kill him.
Ho sentito uno con una balestra, esatto. Aspetta, però in tutto questo mi devo un attimo mettere questo. Un po' di stealth non fa... ma su The Witcher 3 lo stealth non è possibile farlo. Altrimenti già ci avrei provato. Anzi, io il più delle volte tendo a fare delle azioni stealth nei giochi. Poi vabbè, quando è inevitabile lo scontro diretto fa niente, però. Cioè, tipo su Assassin's Creed mi ricordo che sul gioco cioè il gioco da PSP, l'unico che ho fatto, non ho mai cercato lo scontro diretto, mai. Ho sempre fatto azioni stealth.
Mercy, I did no wrong.
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
I knew. Shouldn't have let
No,
them
il prossimo gioco sarà Erika. Poi vabbè, magari posso alternare con Uncharted che ho e che devo portare.
Where are they now?
Lo so che Erika non durerà molto, infatti volevo atterrarlo con Uncharted.
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were
Che lo regalavano durante la quarantena, regalavano Uncharted e Journey, non so come si dice in inglese.
In the keep too?
Però volevo portare via Uncharted.
Her chamber is in the tower, the top floor.
Ma dove la copia la danno su PC, credo, no?
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What do you mean?
Non penso da PS4.
Must be the handiwork of my...
Che poi vabbè, con tutta la gente che guarda la conferenza, già la conferenza vincerò proprio io. Io non ho capito questo che cazzo vuole, però in tutto questo. Cosa ne sarà di me? Io di solito, se è una persona che odio, dico non è un problema mio. Quindi dico sì, che non è un problema mio. Anche se non so sto cristiano che cosa ha passato, cioè nel senso chi è? Non ho capito. Però forse ti aiuterò, può darmi delle informazioni in più su quello che è successo o su quello che sto cercando. Non ho seguito il discorso, vabbè dai.
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you.
Devo aggiustare la spada. Climb diretto che significa? Che... Aspettate un attimo, c'è questo qua enorme, ma quanto è alto? Quanto l'hanno fatto sproporzionato? Perché sta usando i pugni? Sì, ma quanto è sproporzionato quello? Che cazzo ha mangiato? È un gigante, non è una persona. Cioè, mettiamo il caso che Geralt è alto 1,80. Ma che cazzo fai? Ti metti a fare la super mossa. Non posso parare i suoi colpi. Male, molto male. Però riceve molto danno ed è molto lento. No, via 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 via, questo mi sciotta se mi becca. Questo mi sciotta. Boh. Ah, ok. No, i cani. Bruciati poi. What the fuck? No, si è incastrato. Perché sono andata da questa parte? Devo vedere che muoio per colpa dei cani e non per il tizio gigante di prima. Forse devo salvare. Devo salvare perché altrimenti... No, che cavolo! Perché sono in combat? Mi sa che non posso salvare, vuoi vedere? Madò, spero che non ci muoio, raga, non voglio. Non voglio fare tutto da capo. Ho fatto bene a salire qua sopra che ci sono questi qua con le balestre. Altrimenti se scendevo prima giù c'erano loro che rompevano le balle. Aspetta, dove si scende? Ah, non posso scendere. Quindi la strada era per forza questa.
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
Can Harlot got us into this? Kill him! Attack!
Oddio, no. Oh, che cos'è? No. Oh. Che ci fanno sti due qua?
Need to get into the keep. They shall pay for everything.
Lo pagheranno per tutto. Ah, quindi... Vado aiuto. Ho paura. Wow! Mi uccidono con un colpo. Assurdo. Sì, ma fate uccidere a me la gente, che mi serve l'esperienza per arrivare a livello 50. guarda come mi uccidono tutti i nemici. Questi maledetti, ma non devono farsi gli affari loro. Mi serve il livello 50. Ma sto aumentando di livello, penso di sì. La barra si riempie, però lì c'è un nemico. No, lasciatemela a me, vaffanculo. Dai, Rama, questa è ingiusta sta cosa.
We thought you could use our help. So, Witcher, this is no time to explore. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then. Renna. Are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Sembra un attore famoso che non mi viene il
Said she was in a
nome.
room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which,
Cosa vuole fare quella
looks nothing like a
con
prison
quella mano
cell.
dietro la schiena?
And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen sans real.
What's your point?
Stop playing dumb. I know everything. Your plan, that this was part of it.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Never was any abduction. She faked it to be able to control you, manipulate you.
You lie! He seeks to turn us against each other.
Let him speak.
Blackmailers? Pure fiction. She planned everything. You killed all those men at her behest.
That is impossible.
Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
Oh Cristo santo.
You will come to Deschamudna and explain all. If you do not, I will raze Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
Però se si presenta magari quello lo uccide.
He'd just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
conscience gets to you now?
Better... better late than never, right?
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
Questo ci
We
schiatta,
must proceed with
secondo
caution.
me.
Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Dun dun dun.
Sienna, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into? So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your
È
Grace.
vero. È vero, cioè, quest'abito penso che sia uno dei migliori che
And you, Richard,
diciamo ha indossato
you have my
durante
thanks.
l'arco
I
della
cannot
storia.
believe my sister was so near the whole
Questo qua
time.
rosso mi piace molto.
Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
He's no traitor, just naive. Let himself be made a fool of. Paid dearly for it.
Made a fool? Whom by?
Your sister. She's the one convinced him to let the bandits into his home.
We've discovered Sienna blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What?
È vero,
What nonsense.
sicuramente.
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Sienna's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Detlef.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Sienna. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
Anche a Geralt servirebbe un Federico
Your
Fashion
Grace, we
style.
have 3 days to bring him Sienna and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
Livello 50 d'oro!
You think her Grace is nervous?
Io questo volevo.
Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially when it relates.
Yes, well, even I must admit Detlef's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
What can I say? It happens at times. Especially likely to when the monster I'm chasing can turn into fog.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes. Spilled so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Siana is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison. Pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlef?
We're working to find that out, Your Grace.
Do you take me for a fool?
I wouldn't dare.
I care not one whit what you have worked on, are working on, or shall work on. I'm interested in results, which thus far have been nil. At times I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the battue to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
Questa tanta bella quanto rompe il cazzo, però, cioè. Mamma mia, che pesantezza. La zozzeria, veramente.
Allow me to point out certain subtle but essential differences between a higher vampire and a fox, or game in general.
Truly. Like the ones between a pathetic quip and a treasonous offense. Watch your words, Witcher. But to the matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlef. Used
Grazie
him
mille
to
per il
murder the knights who
raid,
escorted him
Kei-san,
into exile.
benvenuti a tutti.
We have reason to believe that...
Grazie mille anche per i follow.
Your Grace! Vampires!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing. But so many lives lost.
Grazie mille per i follow, ragazzi. Benvenuti a tutti. Che cazzo è sta cosa?
If it's war this Detlef wants, it's war he shall have. Geralt, get to work. This time I'll hear no excuses. Palmerin, you...
Get her out of here.
Oddio, adesso devo... No! sapevo. Non la sapevo mica. Dove sta? Non la vedo. Comunque non mi aspettavo un raid del genere, cioè. Vi ringrazio, cioè anzi ti ringrazio. Diciamo che mi avete acchiappato in un momento un po' delicato, anche perché è la mia prima run, quindi andrò a seguire il discorso. Dove sta? Eccola. Quella mossa è terribile comunque.
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And then...
La banana stronzo. Bellissimo Nick. Bellissimo Nick. Grazie mille per il follow.
Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detloff out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I put it? Do forgive me if I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detloff out. Force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detloff's demand and liberate his beloved Siana.
Think Detloff still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Detloff? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know.
Comunque secondo me per stanotte riesco a finirlo. Cioè lo finirò tardissimo secondo me. Però
Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Siana won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Siana's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must merely decide you wish to.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times. He might know something more.
There, you see. I knew you'd think of something. Bravo. I trust I've dispelled your doubts, then.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Detloff out of hiding, if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
true sight is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Dettlaff will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder, how do we convince him to summon Dettlaff?
We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But locals, Oriana, for instance, you know, she too is a...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What then?
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
So I'm basically stuck. Either gotta give in to a blackmailer, or fight him.
You know what I would opt for. Should we free Siana and arrange for her to meet with Dettlaff, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Dettlaff included.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Dettlaff. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to
Io
do?
voglio evitare tutta una guerra, sinceramente. Aspettate un attimo, Sto pensando. Ma chi era sto Damien che non mi passa per la mente? Chi era Damien? Se dico non lo so, devo pensarsi che succede. Così mi vado a rivedere i personaggi, diciamo la storia dei personaggi più che altro, perché proprio non me li ricordo. Cioè, questa qui me la ricordo, ma sto Damien mi passa proprio per la mente, non so chi sia. Cioè, nel senso, magari poi una volta visto me lo ricordo, però se facciamo non lo so, devo pensarci, perché non mi ricordo che...
Need to think.
Not an easy choice. Understood. Permit me to leave you to wrestle with
Forse è uno dei soldati,
I need it in the
probabile.
city. I cannot stop what is happening, but I can try to limit the number of victims.
Adesso
Once you've
vediamo
decided,
nell'elenco dei
I
personaggi,
still go to the
perché...
Ravens. I shall find you.
Ah, dici quel soldato... no, se io parlo con il tizio lì... Possibile. Aspetta, vediamo. Perché se io parlo con quello lì... Quello dice no, ammazziamo tutti, sono sicuro al 100%. Che è così. Invece magari quest'altra qui è un po' più... ragiona un po' più con la testa. Dove sta? Dove sta? Sì. Sì, c'avevi ragione tu. Aspetta, salviamo perché... Salvataggio vuoto. What? Ah, non posso proprio salvare, va bene. Io vado dalla tizia. Aspetta, fammi vedere un attimo, fatemi controllare di nuovo. Voglio leggere la descrizione dell'invisibile. Ok.
Rolling on an empty stomach. Damn it! Watch where you step, fool.
Vado alla tizia, raga. Non so che cavolo succede. Cosa può succedere? Però oddio, sto morendo. Aspetta, fammi bere l'acqua perché non me l'aspettavo. Non me l'aspettavo, aiuto. No, io gli horror non li gioco in genere. L'unico horror che porterò diciamo sul canale qui è Until Dawn. Ancora. Che quello lì è carino da vedere. Quindi porterò solo questo come gioco. Per il resto se devo essere io ad andare in giro a uccidere mostri non se ne parla. Assolutamente no. Cosa di Until Dawn? Allora, io so che comunque è tipo un'avventura grafica. Cioè, avventura grafica, è tipo come Erika. Quindi seria shit praticamente, che poi ha delle conseguenze sul finale. Ho visto pochissimo di gameplay, però non mi sono spoilerata la storia, quindi non so di che cosa parla, so solo che è tipo un horror. Ok. Che poi quello lì lo mettono spesse volte in offerta sullo store, quindi appena lo mettono in offerta e appena ho la possibilità posso farci un pensierino. Però vabbè, adesso ho questi giochi qui da fare, da portare. Poi quando non ho più giochi da portare, diciamo che sono libera da qualsiasi altro gioco, lo prenderò, ecco. Ma di qua non si passa. Il bello è che non si può manco salvare, quindi io, quando muoio, da dove incomincio? Cioè... La donna incappucciata è la cosa qui, non so come si dice, vabbè, comunque quella lì, insomma. La donna nuda, eccola, la chiamo così perché io con l'inglese faccio schifo. No! Che cavolo si ride questo? Ok. Ma è possibile che io non posso salvare? Cioè, mi sembra una cosa assurda. Boh. È assurdo sto fatto. Qua cos'è che abbiamo? Ah, un altro di sto coso qui. Uccidi il vampiro? E certo che uccide il vampiro. Ah, il tizio si trovava qua. No, ma io volevo andare dall'altra tizia. Vabbè, comunque abbiamo capito che il tizio lì non c'è, il soldato non c'è. Chissà che fine avrà fatto. Queste sono altre tizie qui, aiuto. Se non rompe il cazzo quell'altra e c'ho solo questa da affrontare, ce la posso fare. No, è arrivato pure quell'altro, cazzo. Sono vampiri questi, giusto? Perché mi sa che mi servono aiuto. Devo mettere per forza questo. Oddio. No, 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 no. Che oddio, ragazzi. Sto andando in ansia. Aspetta, non vedo. Calma, calma. Facciamo con calma, tanto. Non di fretta. Se ne vanno in giro come se niente fosse. Ma l'altra è ancora con quasi tutta la vita. Ok, morta. GG. Basta, dove sta? La stronza mi ha attaccato da dietro. Dai, attacca.
How long you gonna make me wait?
No, questo attacco. Non mi toglie nessun danno. Ah, perché si ricarica la vita. Hai capito? Quando mi dà il morso si ricarica la vita. Questa cosa non va bene. Per fortuna che faccio abbastanza danno, però... Da dietro. Però mi sembra strano che non mi va a salvare, cioè boh. Quel tizio vuole aiuto, e come faccio ad aiutarlo? Ah no, è stato ucciso! È stato ucciso, via, 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 via. No, questo coso.
How long you gonna make me?
What are our orders? Speak!
I don't know. Bloodshed and slaughter. Climate soon.
What the current days? You guys!
Vediamo un po'. Speriamo di non aver preso la decisione sbagliata.
In a hurry to get somewhere?
Very much so. Now be kind enough to step aside.
Chaos in the city. Know what's going on?
Naturally, it's rather irritating.
Bloodbath in the streets. That's irritating? I'd probably use a stronger term.
Well, you know, I'm getting on in years. Not easily impressed. Takes a bit more to get me worked up.
Yeah, I suppose empathy's not something I associate with vampires.
I suspected you would guess.
Wasn't hard. Not like you tried hard to hide it.
Should I have?
Ah, è un
I am a
vampiro.
witcher.
Io non l'avevo capito.
That depends
Sinceramente.
entirely on you. Need to see you're unseen. Convince him to stop Detlef. Heard you could help me with that.
My. It seems my dear Regis needs to be reprimanded. He's become rather...
Magari è stato anche detto nei discorsi precedenti, però io non stavo seguendo.
ways to commit suicide. A number of bridges you could jump off, for instance.
Just want to talk to him.
Cioè, almeno credo di aver capito questo.
Lovely. He'll rend your head from your neck. Make shreds of you before you can open your mouth.
Let me worry about that. Willing to do it or not?
I too would prefer a city calmed, but to reveal so dear a secret to a witcher. Know what? Come with me. I must tend to a certain matter. Then we'll talk.
Oriana, I don't have time for that. Folk are dying
And I'm about to mount my horse, so either ride with me or finish this moving monologue alone.
Damn it. Fine.
Vabbè, quindi comunque dovevo andare con lei, ok. La decisione comunque era stata presa.
You see, I maintain a kind of shelter just outside Beauclair. An orphanage, to be precise. I've heard the birds whisper. They claim a terrible thing's happened there. Under the present circumstances, I must treat this seriously. I'm sure you understand.
Perfectly. Let's go.
Ci sono ancora online, ragazzi, perché ogni tanto mi si disconnette la chat, boh, magari è un bug dell'app di Twitch.
Must cost a small fortune maintaining this
Anche
place.
perché a questo punto io non posso nemmeno salvare e dire continuo la prossima volta, cioè non mi fa salvare.
Blood.
Arno! Arno! Arno!
Please.
Mi sapevo di vegetariano.
What happened? Where's Arno? Speak.
Beh, effettivamente ce l'ha la faccia un po' strana, eh.
Monster. What monster?
Big, with teeth and...
And what?
This is pointless. Won't tell us anything in his condition.
Poi con questa fascia attorno alla testa, sembra tipo un hippie, no?
Speak. What happened here?
I was so scared. So scared.
Of what? You can tell us. Take your time.
I woke up because of the bells. Then the screams. I pulled the quilt over my head so I wouldn't hear. But they were so loud. And something began pounding on the roof. Boom, boom, louder and louder. Then Uncle Arno came and said, "Sit quiet, real quiet. Shh, shh, and you'll be all right."
The whole son abandoned them, left them and ran away.
Who's this Arno?
The guardian. He ran the orphanage with his wife, for a generous fee. I don't see them, can't hear or smell them either. They fled, left the children behind as bait.
Uncle Arno told us to be quiet as mice, and the monster wouldn't come, but it did. It came.
What happened then?
Bartes, Neve, Mora, and some others. They ran out. My sister Anna and me, we hid right here in the room. But Anna, she began to cry. I covered her mouth, whispered, shh, shh, held her long, till she stopped.
You mean to say you...
Drop it. Think I know enough.
As do I. Something killed my children. I'll stay with the boy. He shouldn't be left alone again. You track down this scum. Bring me its head and I'll help you with the unseen.
Boy's hurt. Wounds need dressing.
Not to worry. I'll see to it.
You sure? Got a lot of practice. Just need a few minutes to...
Go.
Fine. See if I can't find a lead.
Excellent. Go on. Get to work. Come, little one. I'll sing to you. Wolves asleep amidst the trees, bats all a-swaying in the breeze.
But when soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths.
Paw prints. Bipedal beast. Walks hunched over. Blood hasn't even dried. Sliced aorta. Fang marks alongside, but they're old, scarred over. Beast killed the children, but didn't eat them. Something scare it off? Or grab its attention?
Aspetta un attimo. Qua ho visto un qualcosa.
Gunk. Is that venom? Narrows the list of suspects. Venom glands, long claws, a bloodsucker. Must be a Garcane, a pack leader, an alpha. Garcane's killing's a pleasure. Kid's just whet its appetite. Must have gone after the Guardians too.
Ah, è un costrutto? No. Che è vampiro, ok. Ok. Vince, se hai postato un link e te l'ha cancellato il bot, mi sa, cioè perché ho ammesso che solamente i moderatori possono spammare le cose linkate, insomma, per evitare più che altro lo spam di gente a caso, ecco.
Faster.
Ah no, perché io vedo gli asterischi, boh, non lo so. Di solito quando escono gli asterischi vuol dire che qualcuno ha postato un link.
Come on.
Getting caught up. Trail ends here. Need to look around. Wounds are bad. At least it didn't suffer long. Shredded her, then licked up her blood. Every last drop.
C'è un'altra
Still
Vince
here.
di canzone.
Nearby to digest.
Se scrivi su YouTube Priscilla, The Witcher 3 Priscilla Song. Ah, adesso posso salvare, perfetto. Vabbè, Priscilla Song, quella là è ancora più bella, fidati. Quando l'ho sentita per la prima volta mi veniva da piangere. Cioè, sì, mi sono emozionata. Uè, Prophet, come va? Tutto a posto? Tutto bene. Devo mettere il potenziamento alla spada, vabbè, lo metto adesso. No, aspetta. Calma. Allora, dove sta? Dovrebbe essere questo, no? Non è questo. Dove sta? Oh, dove sta? Ah, eccolo questo. Non li finirò mai di... Guarda, io è da un anno che sto su questo gioco, quindi... Anzi, tu che sei già ai DLC mi sorprende, perché io ci ho messo un'eternità per arrivare alla parte del primo DLC. Oh! Madonna. Ma sei serio? Vabbè, però pure io sono proprio stupida, Mi metto a lanciare. Ok. Com'è possibile? Capire quanto faccio di danno, 7000. Wow, nice. Perché ho preso questa spada da una missione che non ti dirò e l'effetto è molto interessante, quindi diciamo che ho avuto modo di provarla più su questo mostro che sugli altri, perché sugli altri c'era un po' di, diciamo, di agitazione, ecco, cioè è stata una parte un po' delicata, quindi non ci ho fatto caso. Ah, non l'hai toccato più, che peccato. Vabbè, però l'importante è che hai finito la missione principale. I DLC li recuperai poi con calma, cioè.
Go.
Dovevo salvare, secondo me. Però vabbè, dai. Speriamo che non... Perché succede questo? Cioè, nel senso, sapevo che poteva succedere questa cosa. Lo sapevo. Cioè, me l'aspettavo. Pensavo che ci avessi messo di più, ma che stronza.
The orphanage. Your wine cellar, right? A larder for blood.
I never said I helped these children out of the kindness of my heart.
Go outside, little man, and lock the door behind you.
Dovevo salvare, raga.
Don't hurt her. Lady Oriana took care of us. She took us off the street, brought us sweets, sang to us. Leave her be.
You see, Witcher? The world's not black and white, it's shades of all kinds. I drank from the children, true, but never so much as to kill. And I gave them a great deal in return.
Expect me to thank you for taking such good care of the orphans?
Ah, è tutto nuovo, attenzione.
Amusing. How do young witches fare? How many survive your trials?
Don't change the subject. Not about to let you.
Then get to the point.
Did what you asked. Children's slaughter's the work of a Garcane, one of those summoned by DELLA. Probably supposed to attack the city. Children's scent lured it here.
Yes, it carries quite a way. Its sweetness teases the nose, gets the mouth watering.
Unseen elder. Where'll I find him? Talk.
His lair lies west of the city, across the lake. Look for a cave near the shoreline, and this stone will open a hidden door.
Not gonna take me there?
I visit the elder only when I absolutely must. You'll know why once you meet him.
I'll come back for you one day. You realize that, right?
Then I shall keep an eye out for you.
C'ha un viso questa qua che mi fa troppo ridere, non lo so. Sarà forse il taglio di capelli. O il tipo l'espressione delle labbra.
Time to summon Regis. Slip a word to the birds, he said.
Secondo voi riuscirò ad arrivare anche a livello 51 oppure si ferma al 50? Chissà. Sì, ce l'ha la faccia un po' da quella da stronza, però mi fa ridere. Allora, qui sono un sacco di cose, va bene. Ah, qui però. Come faccio ad informare gli uccelli? Ah, qua. Quindi? Ah, ok, parla. Si ferma al 50. No, appunto non lo so questo. Non so se arriva oltre al 50. Anche perché mi manca pochissimo all'avanzamento di... cioè ad arrivare al prossimo livello. No, non ho mai giocato a Gwent perché non so giocarci. Non... ci ho provato una volta miseramente. Io so giocare solo a Yu-Gi-Oh! Con le carte, poi tutti gli altri giochi con le carte non mi interessano e per me sono inutili, cioè già il fatto che uno sviluppatore possa concepire un gioco di carte, vabbè. Ho perso persino ma mi sa che anch'io avevo perso al tutorial. 3 draghi.
You've met with Oriana. How did it go?
Not well.
Oh. She not divulge where you might find the unseen?
No, she did. Also divulged her hunger for the blood of small children.
Well, I admit I'd heard rumors, but preferred to lend them no credence.
Rather not talk about it. Caves west of town, other side of the lake. That's where we need to go.
I see. Well, I'm prepared to set out at any time, but...
Yeah, I know. You'd still prefer to free Sienna, for Detlof's sake.
For the sake of you both.
Oh, please. Orphanage, what happened there? His fault, plain and simple. City gutters are overflowing with blood. That's his doing, too. And you're worried somebody might have hurt his feelings?
To meet the unseen elder is to face mortal danger. I've said so all along and never in jest. You are a friend, a dear friend. I'd rather you not risk your neck unnecessarily. I think it's natural. I think it's obvious. Obviously natural. Especially when we've an alternative. An entirely reasonable one.
I'm a witcher, Regis. I don't cut deals with monsters. I cut monsters down. And I don't give a damn about the risks.
Well, I understand. I won't mention it again.
Thanks. Time we were on our way. Listen, I need to sail there. Coming with? Or would you rather float over as a puff of fog?
I might be able to talk as a puff. And as
Quanto
you
ci
know,
scommettete che mi
I
esce
much like to
il
live.
finale cattivo?
At length and in detail. Let's go.
Ho questo presentimento. Devo andare... Ah, di qua.
Know much about this unseen elder?
Only that he takes kindly to guests.
Cioè abbiamo detto esattamente la stessa cosa nel momento, cioè nello stesso
Some
momento.
idea how to appease him?
The custom when meeting an unseen elder is to bestow upon him a stone symbolizing peace. Yet this type of stone occurs only in Heartland.
Take it you're fresh out.
Alas, just so. Thus, I fear we must rely on my personal charm.
Where'd the unseen's hatred of social calls come from? Don't forget to wipe their boots. Get sick of sweeping
È la
up all
prima
the time.
volta che piove così tanto in quest'area di gioco. No, che cavolo ho fatto? Volevo vedere un attimo dove si trovava sto posto qua. Ok, quindi vado direttamente qua.
Somewhat more complex.
Tell me slowly. Don't use complicated words and I might just understand.
I don't doubt your intelligence, but, well, it's just hard to explain to a human. This world is a foreign land to us. Unpleasant, hostile even. The Elder does what he can to isolate, protect himself. But we, as all guests, hinder him in this endeavor. I'll fly ahead, reconnoitre a bit. Over here. Might I suggest you use Oriana's key? Good work. A good thing too. Hard pressed to see who this gets to the bottom from.
What's inside? Know what to expect?
Aspetta, io qui devo salvare però.
Honey. Whoa, got company.
Then we must kill them.
Ok, perfetto. Ma se lui lo uccide con un colpo, perché mi fa andare a me avanti? Cioè, vai tu davanti, no? No, devo andare io.
We must be close.
How can you tell?
Listen.
Don't hear a thing. Not one rat, one bat. Dead quiet.
As I said, he despises guests. veres nats atrannes. Avile cleva regis et...
Settlers!
Rather not hurt you.
What?
No! Wait! Healing potion. Gotta drink one. Damn it. Lost some gear. Need to find it.
Oddio. No, scherzavo. Le spade dove stanno? Lì. No, non posso uscire dalla grotta, mi servono le spade. Dai, Geralt. No, vabbè, ho perso le spade. Livello 51. Allora aumenta. Sai che ha detto? Trova il modo di calmare l'invisibile. Come? Tutte. No, aspettate un attimo. Che cazzo ho fatto? Allora, io c'avevo questa, ok? C'avevo questa. Questa qui. Poi mi dice... Trova il modo, un attimo solo, raga, fatemi vedere un attimo una cosa. Aspetta, dov'è? Questo? No, è questo qua. Vabbè. Magari riesco a calmarlo con quel segno. Fatemi salvare però. Che bello sto posto. Adoro. Perché no? Ok. No, non mi dire che adesso devo... Lì c'è un... No. Perché è inquadrato lì? Forse bisogna colpirlo. Non succede niente. Madò, ma che è sti rumori strani? Quanti ce ne sono? 2. Cioè io mi complico proprio la vita. Me la complico proprio. Aspetta, salvo.
Well, footprints. Someone was here before me. A man's. Wonder what happened to him. Megascope. Damaged. Is that stream flowing upwards? Strange. Clearly worth a look.
Un ruscello che va all'insù, what?
Upside down. Gravity's flipped. Getting pulled up instead of down.
No, qua ci muoio. Il mago sta di là. Vabbè. Aspetta, devo uccidere sto coso. Ma che? Oh! Sono morta? E mi sa di sì. Forse doveva andare così. Aspetta, forse andando verso di qua.
A waterfall flowing upwards. What's going on here?
No. Dove cavolo sono finita? Questa è la strada di prima. Yeah, tutta sta menata, no, salto perché già la so. Allora, qua devo un attimo capire. Devo cercare di non cadere di nuovo lì perché no. Se vado verso di là ci muoio. Devo salire qua sopra. Perfetto.
Maybe this will tell me something.
Di gettarti subito ai suoi piedi, salutandolo nella sua lingua. L'espressione più rispettosa è Eclit. No, che ecca? Ecliti. Vabbè, quello. Laut mi ama. Secondo me, quando lo incontrerò, dovrò dire questa frase. Io ste cose. Segnatevi ste cose. Aspetta, segnatevi ste cose. Allora, gettarsi subito ai suoi piedi, salutare, perché secondo me quando lo incontro, secondo me è così. Lo incontro, devo fare queste cose e lui forse poi mi risparmia, boh, non lo so. Spero di sì. Appoggiare a terra davanti a lui il cristallo. Ah, che io non ho. Devo salvare. Non ci ho pensato a fare la foto, anche perché col telefono io guardo la chat. E quindi poi mi si resetta tutta la chat, crasha Twitch, il telefono, il mondo poi dopo. Allora, ho salvato. Ok. Lì c'è un nemico. Lì sopra, penso. Oh, aspettate un attimo. Ah, eccola. No, stavo cadendo giù, aiuto.
Reversed. Tip will fly upwards if it breaks off. Just gotta collapse the base. That should do the trick.
Salto nell'acqua qui praticamente. Aspetta, io salvo prima. Non lo so. Cioè, in teoria non dovrei morire. Collega Alessa assistendo a delle scene incredibili. Raggiungi la piattaforma ed esci dalla rotta. Ah, c'è tutto sto casino per far cadere quella cosa, hai capito? Allora, aspettate un attimo, io devo vedere un attimo una cosa. Qual era mo il fogliettino questo? No. Questo, no. Questo? Sì. Allora, ricordatevi, e ricordo ovviamente, cioè nel senso, anche se la mia memoria fa un po' così, insomma, cioè è un po' così. Allora, gettarti subito sui piedi, uno, salutando nella lingua, qua bla bla bla, poggiare avanti a terra il cristallo e basta. Ok. Quindi il saluto ai piedi, il saluto quello lì e il cristallo. Fatemi salvare. Dove sta? Ah, sta qua. Ah, ma fa tutto lui. Ma fanculo. Io pensavo che me lo devo ricordare io. No, vabbè.
You live. Barely. You're not attacking. That mean you'll hear me out?
Perhaps speak.
Io direi di andare subito al dunque perché non vorrei che tipo si incazzasse, però sono curiosa di sapere almeno al tizio lì che cosa gli ha fatto.
What's with Regis?
Nothing. He sleeps.
Will you wake him?
Perhaps not. You were to speak, not question.
È meglio che vado subito al dunque, altrimenti si incazza questo.
Hear about Detloff. He's...
I know who he is. What of him?
He's sicked a swarm of lesser vampires on the city. I have to stop him.
But I do not.
Cosa devo fare? Allora, degli innocenti lui non se ne frega niente. Questo forse no.
Sooner or later, Detloff will bring trouble. Serious trouble.
How?
As Kagmar brought trouble before. Folk will take him down, eventually. Might need a year, or two, or a decade, but they'll find a way. And then they'll go after other vampires. And eventually, they'll find you.
And I should fear
Death? No. But that'll be the end of your peace, your quiet. Knights errant, mages, they'll come here day in, day out. One already managed to teleport here. Others will follow, you can be sure. You'll kill them, of course, so they'll flood these caves. Or bring in sappers from Mahakam and collapse them.
No. This place must be secure. The gate. What is your plan?
Dettlaff. We have to convince him to spare the city.
Will he?
Probably not. Yet we must try nonetheless.
If there is a fight, if you help kill him...
I will be anathema. This I know. And still I ask you to summon Dettlaff.
Where?
Teshem Mudna.
Go. Once I sense you there, I will summon Dettlaff.
I thank you.
Leave me.
Oh, that went better than I expected it would.
All your unseen that... welcoming.
No, they vary. Some are conceited, others imperious, but most can be reasoned with. But him... It was clear each word was a great effort. Interacting with others, it seems, it causes him physical pain.
Never entered my mind that the conjunction of the spheres was also a cataclysm for you, for...
Monsters. No euphemism required, you needn't seek one. I dare say it was worse for us. You arrived by the thousands. We were but a handful. Not much choice. Assimilate with you, or shut ourselves off from the world. Like him.
Cave I was tossed into. That where the gate between worlds is?
In a sense, yes. Just slammed shut, sealed tight.
Think it'll ever open again? Think you'll be able to go home?
I sincerely doubt it. And I think, in truth, the Elder knows that as well.
So why would he stay down there? What's the real reason?
To stay with the gate analogy, no door is ever completely impermeable. Smells come through, for instance. When the wind rises, some dust might be blown through the cracks. A palpable trace of things on the other side. It's not much, but it is something.
And you? How do you feel now, where you are?
Geralt, imagine the least comfortable situation you could ever find yourself in. What would it be? I don't mean a moment of pain with death knocking at your door. Just a circumstance of great unease.
All right. In that case, a court banquet. Gotta show up in hose and a tight doublet. Gotta smile at everyone and engage in vacuous conversation while Dandelion sings a ballad about me and Yennefer for all to hear.
Very well. Now imagine you're stuck there. Not for an hour, not for an evening, but for all time. And should you fall out of character for but a moment, should you so much as scratch yourself where the stitching chafes, all around you will scream, "Monster! Monster!" and they'll turn on you and tear you to shreds.
Sounds tiring. Damn tiring.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Time to summon Dettlaff.
Yes. High time. Do you wish to go to Teshamutna right away?
Let's go. Want to get this over with.
Praticamente è la fine del DLC questo. Almeno credo.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of done time.
Shame the reason why we came here.
Yes, quite the shame.
You angry with me? For not freeing Siana? For not trying to resolve this peacefully?
A bit. Though, perhaps I was fooling myself. Latching on to the notion because I badly wished to believe there was some way to fix everything. However, matters have simply gone too far. I must come to terms with that.
Regis, let the Unseen Elder know we've arrived. Have him summon Deadloff.
Hinthial Jesu Themias. You didn't manage to find me, so you forced a meeting. Why?
You know why.
I've tired of guessing your human thoughts. So articulate them or leave me be.
I understand your anger, but you need to stop the attacks in the city, immediately.
My conditions are clear. I wish to see Reno. I wish to see Siana. Yet she is not here. You know why. The Duchess would not release her. So the Duchess must face the consequences. Detlef, please. All this for one woman. You understand nothing. Let us be done with this.
Oh no. Oh. forse non dovevo andare incontro a loro.
You murdered innocents. Don't owe you a damn thing. Time to end this.
Aspetta, devo capire le mosse perché non... What? Si para sempre? Non è possibile questa cosa. Per poco che non mi colpiva. Via, 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 via. Via. No, non ti incastrare. Quelle cose. Qui dovevano fare in modo che si poteva skippare sta roba, cioè... Ho capito che diventa un mostro, non c'è bisogno che me lo fai vedere 300.000 volte.
Start praying now.
Colpito questa volta. Cioè sta parte si doveva skippare, raga, cioè... Dovevano fare in modo che si poteva skippare. Che poi mi fa pure schifo sta roba, cioè non è che dice è bello da vedere. Devo capire un attimo. Devo mettere lo scudo. riesco a capire se prima me lo dava il danno, adesso no. Sì, ok, me lo dà, me lo dà. Ci metterò una vita a farlo, però. A meno che non ci sia tipo una quarta fase, spero di no, perché sto comunque ho già rotto le palle. Devo per forza fare così perché con un colpo mi shotta questo. Vedi? Vedi? Perché non mi mette lo scudo? Cristo Dio. Cioè, ma è possibile fare così? Non è normale. Cioè, per voi è normale sta cosa. Per me non è giocare così. Cioè, è schivata simulator. Ma pure colpito il pezzo di merda. No. Cioè, non mi fa colpire, non mi fa avvicinare. Se indebolisco sti cosi, è probabile che magari poi con un colpo lo shotto, capito? Quindi io questi cosi qua li devo per forza eliminare, cioè almeno toglierli di mezzo. Cazzo, mi ha colpito. Adesso mi colpisce di nuovo. La sto sudando. In sto gioco ho schivato più volte. No, non so che cosa stavo dicendo. Mi devo concentrare, poi dopo parlo. Sto zitta. No, aiuto. Olè. Ma io sono incazzato di più. Sono incazzato. Via. Non ti incazzare con me, non ti incazzare con me, non ti incazzare con me. Perché ho utilizzato il cibo per mettermi la salute che non mi serve? Adesso devo colpire questo. Ma sbaglio è diventato più grande. Perché è diventato più grande? Però se diventa più grande vuol dire che è anche più lento. Colpisci! Colpisci, dove cazzo è? Dov'è? Non vedo. Che cazzo è? Madò, mo lo ammazzo. Raga, dopo 300.000 tentativi ce l'ho fatta. Comunque, quello che volevo dire prima era che ho schivato più nel gioco che i miei ex in tutta la mia vita, che poi vabbè è solo uno, però vabbè, ci sono dettagli. Rip.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Cioè, e io dovevo far vivere a questo, dovevo dialogare con questo. Con questo mostro. Secondo me si incazzava indipendentemente dalla mia scelta. Cioè, secondo me questo finale era valido sia per l'altra opzione, diciamo, che per questa qui che ho deciso io. Perché ideare un boss del genere per una sola risposta poi mi sembra un po' eccessivo. Quindi anche con l'altra soluzione si arrivava a questo, sicuro.
You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
Sembra un cretino.
Is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices.
Poi vabbè,
One must have a modicum of taste
domani andrò
to
su internet e
appreciate
andrò a vedere
even the most exquisite
anche
rose
l'altra
colour
opzione,
only
però
deficiencies in
secondo me
beauty
era
never
questo il finale di tutte e
refined.
due, perché il boss era troppo difficile. Cioè, lì non... Sì, ok, si parlava, però si andava a finire sempre a questo, sicuro. Ci metto la mano sul fuoco.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, Virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else, which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either, and I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Detlef. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters, what's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Detlef the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
No.
Wine vapors in the air must have gone to your head, Regis. It's over. Detlef's dead. Won't be any more murders.
You're entitled to your opinion. I, however, will check this. Should you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Quindi ci devo andare per forza, da quello che mi sta dicendo. Raga, sto DLC non finisce più, cioè, mi vogliono proprio inchiodata qui, incredibile, oh, incredibile. Io voglio andare a dormire. Cioè, tra un po' faccio after. Sono svegliata stamattina alle 6. Cioè, no, stamattina, ieri. Vabbè, per me è ancora ieri. Cioè, per me è ancora l'8, anche se il 9. Come faccio a scendere? Ah, da qui. Sto DLC è iniziato con un boss e spero che finisce con un boss, perché... Cioè, che sia l'ultimo boss questo.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony.
Oddio, che cosa hanno combinato? Cosa gli hanno combinato in faccia?
All right, we can start.
Very well. But
Prima
you
non
must
era
behave.
così.
Less like a hired thug, and more like a man deserving of the Duchess' highest honor. In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Questo è il suo la sua cicatrice in volto, secondo me, è la conseguenza di non aver aiutato lui e di aver scelto di andare con quell'altra lì, che poi si è scoperto che era un vampiro.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tuson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forward.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
Livello 52.
In addition, I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonrial, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly, but she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in. The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes.
Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Your Grace, as head of state, you should look first and foremost after your dominion. Sienna's actions, what drove them, be damned. She's a threat to your subjects.
You are correct. They are what matters. I must not forget this. Sienna, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you. Will you forgive me?
I shall never forgive you.
What? Cristo santo. E questo è il finale cattivo. Cioè sono morte tutte e due. Se io parlavo con la tizia, tutto questo forse non... Cioè non avrebbe fatto questa cosa. È assurdo. Cioè, sembrava tutto... Sembrava tutto perfetto. 2 settimane dopo.
Need some flowers. A wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. No sense hanging about.
Oddio.
Nothing to do.
Bruttissimo.
Had the funeral. Folk took it all. Men, women, children. All wished to lay a bouquet on the Duchess's grave. Windflowers, peonies, gladioli.
Ecco perché dovevo parlare con la tizia.
But
Cioè
she
dovevo
liked common
cercarla.
verses best. I know. Her ladies in waiting would come here at times. I'd choose the loveliest blooms for her. Fragrant, big petals, the kind that last a long time. I've still not come to terms with it. To be killed by her own sister. How could it happen?
No one suspected Sienna'd be merciless. Not Damien, not me. Least of all the Duchess.
I know you. You're that witcher from the north. The one that saved us from the beast.
Mm-hmm. Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself. But you have it. I know you held the Duchess dear.
How much do I owe you?
Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast in her memory tonight.
Do just that. Farewell.
Bruttissimo, raga.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Your boots could use some polish, babe. Lepiota's rupture.
Quindi non era tanto il vampiro che dovevo tenere d'occhio, era la sorella.
Witcher, I was certain you'd departed.
Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was...
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of us did anything to stop her. 'Cause there was nothing we could do.
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul for blame. And even the hardiest knights grow faint-hearted then.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside, then. She lies in the ducal crypt, in one room with her murderer, despite my protests.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Sienna's veins, and she was never
No,
legally
cioè,
disinherited.
non solo
So
l'ha
they ruled she
uccisa,
should lie alongside
ma
on her
adesso,
grave.
cioè, la sua tomba sta insieme a quella dell'assassino. Vabbè, raga, cioè. Bruttissimo. No, metto i fiori solo su quella della duchessa, che cazzo me ne frega di quell'altra.
I regret it ended this way, that I failed to prevent it. Hope you can forgive me. Rest in peace.
Ma questo ci fa il cazziatone, vuoi vedere?
Quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me.
Uè,
To
già.
feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined.
Ho appena finito il DLC, cioè, quindi ufficialmente ho finito The Witcher
I've come
3.
to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
Sì, mi è uscito il finale cattivo, mi sa. Io tutto a posto, tu invece? Che ci fai sveglio a quest'ora? Mi è dispiaciuto proprio per il
All those
finale.
deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't can't help thinking I could have done more. Now Toussaint is left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair. That just won over people's hearts.
Ma infatti per questo motivo io faccio le live a mezzanotte e poi quando finisco. Ho già fatto un pochettino tardi perché volevo finire il gioco, sinceramente.
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
Whatever you say about Siona, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case, it would have been better if she had been a tad more philosophical, pausing from time to time to reflect on the propriety of her actions.
True.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavour profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I'm a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Questa sedia mi sta stancando.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a
Oh,
witcher.
con questo DLC non finisce più, non finisce più.
I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Allora, vediamo un po'. Allora, 1 e 2 qua. Ok.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Ma non corre questo, no? Allora, 1.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all.
Regis!
Damn it, where'd you go?
Regis!
Ma... Cos'è? Perché stavo facendo questa cosa? Sono un po' scioccata, non me l'aspettavo questa cosa,
That was
sinceramente.
Bruxay. They
Per
called you a
niente.
traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or
Won't let it go, will they?
they will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink. Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Guarda, dopo i finali, a parte quello del primo DLC, però gli altri due finali sono andati un po' di merda. Io mi fermerei, però non lo so ancora, cioè nel senso Geralt alla fine sa fare solo questo, cioè nel senso sa fare questo, non è che sa fare solo questo, sa fare questo. Potrei farlo riposare o riflettere sulla sua decisione poi, ma
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere.
ed è
Sit here a
finito
while longer.
anche questo
So we shall,
DLC.
my friend. We have witnessed
E non
and
solo
in fact
il
on several
DLC,
occasions incited many great
ma anche
weighty
le
events.
live su The Witcher
After all
3
that toil, I believe we
per
deserve
il
a bit of a
momento.
rest.
Chissà
That
se
we do.
farò una run più in là, oppure mi fermerò qui. Quindi porterò quello.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Ah, questo deve tornare a casa. Io pensavo che era finito tutto, invece no. Vabbè, comunque. Vabbè, finale di merda, perché peggio di così non poteva andare.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual
Uno
barged into the
sconosciuto è entrato nella
residence.
residenza.
I
What?
resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Chi sarà mai?
Unexpected as ever.
Yennefer, oddio. Perché dice uno sconosciuto? Dici una sconosciuta, cioè ci arrivo. Madò, da quanto tempo. È
Won't
magnifico.
you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky. Like some shitty 2000 romance.
Mi fa morire Yennefer, cioè, come fai a non amarla? Come si fa a non amare questa donna?
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear
Questa
black
nera
down
fa
here
troppo
and
calda, ti
you're
capisco
hot.
Yennefer, ti capisco perfettamente.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want.
Oh, ti porterò ciò che vorrai, mamma mia.
You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Oh yeah.
L'unicorno.
Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet, bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten? It was at a vernissage in Barnard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Chissà se si presentava anche Siri.
For something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan.
Il ipotetico finale buono della storia principale.
Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Almeno una cosa buona. Almeno Yennefer c'è. Raga, il DLC, anzi The Witcher 3 è ufficialmente finito. È anche molto tardi, sono le 4:11. Io vi auguro buonanotte. Ringrazio tutti quelli che mi hanno seguito. Ringrazio anche dei raid, che non mi ricordo più di chi è. Vabbè, per i raid e per tutti i follow. Ringrazio chi dall'inizio ha seguito la mia avventura in questo gioco. E niente, raga. Alla prossima live, che sarà sicuramente dopo il 31, con Erika. Alla prossima live.